It's time for Marry Me Monday, the fun, timely, sometimes romantic, sometimes spirited live radio program with your hosts, Jeff Dorsey and Sherry Bussey, presented by Emerald City Jewelers, 33rd and Broadway, Quincy.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marry Me Monday on this Monday morning. Sherry Bussey's alongside. Hello.
Good morning.
Another quick weekend.
Yes.
They all go quick in the
I got
summer.
a lot done in this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of people do. You know, summer weekends, there's plenty to do.
Yeah.
You know, so they seem to fly by even more than the winter ones do. We have a lot of things to talk about. One thing people need to be made aware of is that you repair jewelry even if it wasn't purchased there, right?
That's right. With the situation that we've got in Quincy with one jeweler recently closing in the mall and people needing to have their rings inspected by them, we do jewelry inspection at no charge. So if you've had a situation where your jeweler's out of town or they've moved out of town, they're closed, we do have jewelers on staff that can check your jewelry to make sure the stones are tight. And we do rhodium plating. We do repair things that are not purchased from us. We also do appraisal services, and so that you can get them insured with your insurance company and they can take care of any problems you might have. So we have a full service department. We do also clock repair and watch repair. Our watch repair person, I would say, is one of the best in the state, and jewelry repair as well. So if you feel like you want to have somebody work on your jewelry that's local, we don't send it out to be done. And so you can come in and check on it anytime you want.
Okay. And you do eyeglass repair, too?
We do eyeglass repair. A lot of that on Mondays. It seems like.
Somebody stepped on the glasses?
Yeah, they have a rough weekend or they do something too much fun and they lose their glasses during diving for a catch in a baseball game or something, and they have to get the nose piece welded back on. We can even repair glasses that are made out of titanium. Now, the plastic, maybe not so much, but metal frames, that sort of thing, we can take care of for you.
So any kind of repair, basically, bring it on in, right?
That's right. But we don't adjust them once we get them done. You take those to your eye care professional for that. But we can get the parts back together.
Okay. And jewelry cleaning, too.
And
right?
jewelry cleaning and inspection, make sure all the stones are tight, the prongs are heavy enough to wear every day. Sometimes your stones get a little bit loose or your prongs get bent and the stone isn't in there tight. And a diamond or a lot of the colored stones are harder than the metal. So if they're spinning in the seat, or that's what we call the place where they sit in the ring, if they're spinning around, they're acting like a little abrasive wheel that's cutting its way out of its setting. So a lot of times you can just hold up to your ear and shake it or tap it, and you can tell if your stones are loose. But do come in and make sure that we can grab a hold of it with a tweezer and see if it's tight in there and make sure it's not spinning and cutting its way free.
Isn't it kind of a rule of thumb that to check your jewelry on days that we change the clocks? Is that right?
That's what we try and tell people, because you do change your smoke alarms every year, twice a year, and you change your time on your clocks twice a year. So come in twice a year, get your rings and your jewelry inspected. Also, maybe you're wearing a pendant every day or a chain every day on your wrist. The rings will wear out, especially if you wear them in the shower. They get soap on them, and then the dust sticks to the soap, and that acts like an abrasive in the joints. And so oftentimes you'll have to get the jump rings repaired or built up to make sure you don't lose a pendant. A lot of times the bail that slides on a chain wears out. You don't think about those things, but you can lose a precious piece of jewelry that maybe you inherited or was a gift from somebody that you want to keep forever. Just make sure you maintain it and come in and get us to check it and clean it for you.
That's the last thing you want to have happen, too.
Right. It's a sentimental gift. Remember that when you're looking for a gift.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, and you've got plenty of gifts to look at in
We
your
sure
store,
do.
too. So stop in and browse around, I guess, right? Can we get to the story?
Let's hear your story.
It says, so there we were, staring at all of our friends who had gathered for our wedding, the wedding that never took place, because we both decided to get married in Vegas 2 weeks earlier without telling anyone. So when people showed up at my folks' summer camp to watch us exchange vows, they were totally surprised by the lack of wedding evidence, so to speak. No flowers, no music, no minister, just all of us together. Well, my husband wanted to surprise everyone, and he did when he stood up and announced that, quote, after 3 years of courtship, we would not be getting married today. We both decided to forego the I-dos. The group was stunned until he then added, quote, because we got married in Vegas 2 weeks ago.
Gosh.
The attendees went from subdued to ecstatic, and the party was on after that. So,
just a big reception.
that's right.
That's one way to get everybody there for the reception.
That's right. And they're all dressed up probably for it, too. So,
exactly. Nice party.
Thanks for sending that in to us. You get a nice gift certificate from Emerald City Jewelers and a nice T-shirt as well.
Yeah.
From
the Marry Me Monday T-shirt.
Yeah. Maybe we'll use your story next week. Just send those stories to y101radio.com. All right, Sherry, where are you located?
We're located at the corner of 33rd and Broadway under the Emerald Green Roof.
And you gift wrap, of course.
And we gift wrap.
And you're open from when to when?
9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday, Saturdays from 9:30 to 3.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. it.
That's it. Just
That's
that
all.
simple. Stop in and see what Sherry's got available. Make sure you get those rings checked, too, as we talked about. All right, we'll see you back here next week.
All right, sounds great.
That's it for this week's edition of Marry Me Monday, presented by Emerald City Jewelers. Join us next week, Monday, 7:25, for another exciting edition of Marry Me Monday. Celebrate your love.